Hey everyone. As usual, we had some tech difficulties, but I got up and working, and I'm super excited for or I guess it'll be my guest this week, Latrice Huff. I guess I'll back up, and I feel like if you're here now, you know what Taiki Talks are, but maybe you're joining us at a later date. It's a weekly live stream that I do where I have a guest. I think I have three guests this month. And or I'm talking by myself, which is just as thrilling, I promise you. But we talk about career things, and different topics. If you guys have questions or topics that you would like to explore, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Today, it still says CEO. Huh. Okay. Because I just got a note saying that it still says pre-live, but it shows it as being live on my end.
You want to check on your phone? That's what I always do. That's what
Oh, okay. Hold on. Now I'm hearing myself. So I'm in the process.
I could saying this on my end when I click on.
Can you, if you back out and you go in, does it show it? Because I had put in new codes.
Oh, did it create a new link then?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Dana just said we're live.
Is it a new link? Because I sent it out to my email list. Is it a new link then?
No, it was just I think the back end on our end, but it'll still be the same link because it'll be attached to my profile. So my profile says that address stays the same.
I see something. Can you see comments? Can you see if people are like commenting?
Yes, I can see comments. Do you see comments on your end?
I see us now.
Okay.
Link.
Yay.
All right, y'all let me know if it's a new link. I told my audience, I was like, I'm gonna be on here, so join us.
Oh no, it's fine because the link it's to my profile. It's not a unique link because it's going live on my profile. So
all right. I see it.
Yeah. Welcome to Tuesday Taiki Tech Talk. You guys learn all about what's going on behind the scenes. So I'm super excited to have our guest today, Latrice Huff, who is because I can see at the corner of my eye, is a personal branding expert, and I'm super excited to have her here. And I'm going to read her bio as soon as I pull it up again because it has been that kind of day. You would think it was Monday, and it's not. So Latrice Huff is a career and leadership coach to ambitious women of color. She's a personal branding expert, and Latrice helps her clients increase their salaries by $20,000 to $50,000 and raise, sorry, and land six-figure promotions. She has been in HR. She has over 10 years experience in HR and is known for providing fun, practical, real-life advice. Her proven approach to personal branding has helped her clients boost their confidence, have career fulfillment, and increase in self. Let's all welcome Latrice. Yay.
Hello. I'm just saying I'm gonna see if I can like share this out. So that we can have all the people here and any questions that anyone has.
Yeah. A clip, copy link to video. Let's see. I put that. Let's see. I don't know what this does.
All right. So hopefully I sent it to my VA. Hopefully everyone, if you know me, you get it. I was gonna try to share it on my profile, but I'm kind of slow, like multitasking and doing
Yes.
everything at one time. I'm kind of like, I was like, oh, what a wonderful intro. How can I like share this out? So yes. Hi, everyone.
Yes, and we've all had those days, and this is one of those days for us. So
It's
much going on.
yes, but we're gonna be great. I'm gonna share this out just so people know we're gonna have so much fun. Answer any questions that people have about personal branding, and like hopefully people walk away, learn something, and make some more money.
Yes,
Make some more
we
money.
all like that.
Yes. So when you said finance, I'm like, not financial advisor, but they do help women make more money.
Um, she said, Dana, my VA, she said, you can share my profile. It's easier to join the live.
Oh, okay.
So you can just share my link to my profile.
Okay.
Do you have that? I can get that for you.
Yeah. Let's see. Because I just grabbed the link of it. You know how it said like
Uh,
here.
yeah, I mean, I suppose that works. It probably would work, maybe. But it's probably easier if they go to just I mean it's Lauren Young Durbin. Yeah. Let me pull that up.
In the meantime, while we're getting this all out,
Yes.
like any questions, comments? My whole thing, this is funny. I am deeming like June through the end of August, six-figure summer. Helping women,
Yes.
yes, make six figures over the summer using their personal brand. So any questions about that, I'm happy to answer. We're gonna like just make it fun and talk all about like personal branding, which I love because it's easier. Oh, good. You just sent it to me this way. Good.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. Dana's on it. Hey,
I
Dana.
will. Hi, Dana. Thank you, Dana. Any questions you have for me as we get started?
Yeah. So what are your two or your top three do's and don'ts for personal branding?
Okay. This is so good. All right. And you sent me, all right.
You know what? Let's take a step back. Why don't we talk about why personal branding is so important in careers? And then we'll do the question.
Okay. This is the thing. Like, I've been getting this a lot. I've been talking about personal branding before it was a thing, before it was cool, and people were like self branding, self marketing, or reputation. Personal branding is all of those things. It's your reputation, what you want people to say about you when you're not in the room. It's also like your natural gifts, things you're just naturally good at, right?
Mhm.
And we all have a brand. Like if you're in the workforce, if you're around, if you're in public, you have a brand. The only distinction is if you are defining it or you're letting somebody else define it, right? It's so important, especially in today's workforce, where right now it's more competitive. You want to have your own brand. You want people to know what you stand for. You want people to know your reputation. You want people to know what problem you solve and what comes naturally and easily to you, because that's how you solve the problem easier, better, faster than the next person. So it allows you to stand out from the competition. It allows you to not have to work as hard in your job search, because I teach my clients a method of attraction as well. Instead of just reaching out, it's like you can set up your profile to show your brand and your resume to show your brand that you are attracting your ideal offer and ideal roles, and recruiters are reaching out to you versus you always reaching out to them, right?
Mhm.
So it is so important in our careers, because if not, if you don't master your own personal brand, and we all have a brand, and people see you working, they'll be like, oh, she just likes to work. She just likes where she's at. Instead of you aligning, creating your own brand and saying, no, I am strategic in the way that I work. I am looking for a promotion. I'm looking to advance my career. Because So I tell you, it's important because one, it'll help you make more money in your career. That's what
Yes.
number one is, going to help you make more money in your career. It'll help you stand out from the competition when you are job searching. It helps you easily get promotions because people know the words to say about you. You don't just have allies in the workplace, but you have advocates, like people who are going to talk about you in a great way, right? And put you up for promotions and raises and things like that. Speeds up the job search. Externally, recently, I've been helping people build their brand outside of the organization. They've been getting speaking engagements. They've been doing podcasts. They've been getting featured in articles because they've built their brand outside of their company, right? Like I had clients start their business, and my clients that I work with on their brand first, when they start their business, they're a profitable money-making company by day one. I had one client, yeah, she had 10 clients in 2 months solely using her brand. And branding is not social media. She did not use social media. So that's why I kind of push personal branding so much, because this isn't really what they teach in schools. This isn't really what they teach about careers. It's all about like, oh, have your resume and networking. But it's like, well, what is your resume going to say if you're not talking about your brand? What are you going to say during this networking if you don't know your brand?
Yeah. What's
That's
the story you're telling?
like why it's so important to know your brand.
Yes. So I was gonna ask, like, well, how do you build your brand? But that kind of goes into the question that I asked earlier. Where are your top three
you can
do's?
You can ask me any question. I love talking about personal branding.
Well, where do you start? Like, how does someone start? I mean, I know everyone already has a brand, but how do you manage a brand?
The first thing I say, if you want to start, think about like, where do you want to go, right? Start there. Sometimes we don't know what we want to do tomorrow, but we know where we want to be 10 years from now or 5 years from now, right? What is your vision for yourself? Whether that's your career, your business, your family life, start there, right? Start there. Then once you're like, okay, you know what, 5 years from now, maybe I want to be a director. Maybe I want to be an executive, right? It's like, okay, that's 5 years from now. What can I do today? Start thinking about, what do I want to be known for? What do I want people to say about me when I'm not in the room? Right? And I always say, what comes easy to you, but not to others? And then from there, we start to craft your brand. And what I found is when people get clear on their brand and what they stand for, and they can articulate that what you think is 5 years can now happen in 5 months. Because it can expedite things so quickly because you know your brand, you know the problem you solve, you know exactly how to articulate your value and your impact in the workforce. So it can speed up things. But those are good questions to just get you started, right? From there, it's like, oh, how am I showing up like this? Now, once you get that, now it's like, okay, now I need to speak my brand. Now I need to be showing my brand on LinkedIn. Now I need to make sure that my unique way of solving problems and the problem I solve is clearly on my resume. Then you put it into action, right? That's when the magic happens.
Love it, love it, love it. So what for you, what do you tell people are your do's and don'ts for managing personal branding in general, I'll say.
Okay, I'll start with the don'ts of personal branding. Do not assume you don't have a brand. Like if you're in the workforce, if you have your own business, if you want to, do not be like, I don't have a brand. You have a brand, you're just not controlling it. You have a brand, right? So don't think that you don't have a brand. Don't default your brand to someone else, meaning someone maybe like, you know what, I really see you as an HR director, when really your passion is in operations, right? Or your passion is somewhere else. You don't need to let somebody change the narrative. You don't need somebody to put their version of your gifts and your brand on you. And I find so many times, especially I primarily work with women of color, we allow that to happen. Oh, this person said I was creative, right? So now you're in this whole creative space when really you're extremely strategic and you want to be over here in the background doing these strategic things, but you up front painting or doing whatever, right? And it's not aligned with what you want, right?
Right.
The third don't assume because something comes easy to you that it has no value. I see
Yes.
a lot. We think, oh, everybody can't handle this spreadsheet. Everybody can't do,
Yes.
like, no, they can't. No, they can't, right? Technology doesn't come to easy to everyone. No,
Yeah.
they can't. So we tend
Everyone can set up a live stream.
like, no, they can't. Even public speaking and going with the flow. Like I told you, I was like, I'm gonna go with the flow. Put me on camera. I'm good. When you say action, I'm on. And I used to so take that for granted, but public speaking, fear of showing up live is some of people's greatest fears, right? Everybody can't do that. And I was
Yeah.
like, what this? I didn't know. I was like, everybody can't just get up here and talk about stuff. Like, I was like, no, just get me on. I'm going to talk about branding, give some tips. We're going to make it happen. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to help people make six figures.
Yes.
So we tend to just devalue things that come easy to us. So because we devalue it, we don't speak about it. We don't ask for the money we deserve. We don't go after that promotion because that thing that comes so easy so quickly, we just devalue it.
Yes.
So those are my don'ts.
Don't negative.
Don't.
And I know.
Right. Right. If switch it to the do's. If something comes easy to you, highlight, and that's what you want to share, highlight it.
Mm-hmm.
My second do, ladies, and this is for everyone, but especially for ladies, we need to start bragging and highlighting about our accomplishments. Your work.
So when you say highlighting, what do you mean by that?
Highlighting is talking about it because
Okay.
and again, I work with primarily women of color, but I work with everybody. I get this question a lot. I work with men, women, all ages, all races. I primarily work with women of color, but I have clients of every race, every gender, right? And the one thing I've noticed is, especially women, but a lot of us, we tend to downplay our accomplishments.
Yes.
What we will go deep into is the actions and the task and the hard work, right? That we've done. So we going deep in that, and we're forgetting the thing that comes easy to us. We're forgetting that we saved the company $1 million. We're forgetting that we found a $500,000 billing error, right? And what we will talk about is going through the bill line by line, calling the people up, like the actions and the task,
Mm-hmm.
instead of, oh no, I saved this company money, right?
Yeah.
We don't highlight that on our LinkedIn, on our resumes, and speaking and networking during interviews. We kind of make it like a footnote or afterthought.
Yeah, I see that a lot when it comes to leadership.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have clients do exactly what you said. They're like, no, that's not that big of a deal. So every single client I've we've had to address that. But particularly when it comes to leadership, we're so quick to say, "Oh no, it was the team," and it's like, well, someone lead the team. So who? Oh, hi, Carolyn. Carolyn Murphy said, "Hello, ladies." So,
Hey, Carolyn.
welcome. Questions? Just send us a little message. Well, I'm looking at them. She can't see them, but I'll read them out. Can you see it?
No.
Oh,
Somebody
ha ha
said
ha.
so I can see it. So
It's a secret comment. That says hello.
Oh, don't make it a secret.
I Then we just go through this. We spent like 15 minutes trying to get that. So if you have questions about personal branding or, well, really anything, but this week is about personal branding, feel free to leave a comment or you can just say hi like Carolyn. Now Latrice said hi.
Yeah, I can't see everybody else's comments though. I just see mine.
Okay, wait, how do I maybe do something? Oh, I can't unmute people? That's weird. I don't know what that means. Let me see if I can unmute you.
Oh, yeah, I'm on my phone. I
Uh,
don't
uh,
know.
um, I don't know.
You all know
Yeah,
I love comments, I love questions, I love interaction. So I love
yeah,
to see the comments. Let's see any.
yeah. Okay, well, for some reason I can't mute you, so just put another comment in. I can't unmute anybody. It just tells me that, oops, there's a problem. Well, yeah. Ooh, something went wrong. We're unable to mute. Oh, wait. No, okay. I don't want to mute you. Everyone's unmuted. You can put things in there. I guess you can't actually see what people, I don't know how to.
All right.
Anyway, so, all right. So,
Yeah.
hello, Carolyn. Hello, Latrice.
Hey, Carolyn, if you all have questions, can they put them in and then you just tell me the
Yes,
questions?
I'll read them out. Um, and we can banter back and forth and give our own different perspectives. But yeah, one of the things I was saying is that we are very quick, women in general, particularly women, um, are very quick to say, "Oh no, what it was the team, it wasn't me," or like we downplay what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like, but you led a team of 20 people. Like,
Yeah,
like, and you saved the company $1 billion or
that's
whatever.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So,
Someone said,
what was my other do? Because I gave two, we were in two. Oh,
yes.
okay. Let me see. Do number three. They're gonna be mad at this. Okay. Do number three, and I'm not playing with y'all. Do you better go after what you want. Like go after it. No more stalling, no more coming up with excuses, no more saying, I need to go get this, I need to do this, I need to just do it. You want that job? People like, how do you get your clients?
Unapologetically.
Yeah. People were like, how do you get your clients 20 to 50,000 more? I tell them to apply for jobs that get 20 to 50,000. Like
Tell them to do it.
tell them to
Yes.
do it, right? But in all honesty, how many times have we said something and we'll be like, well, this can't happen for me. Or we see other people's successes, or people will see like testimonials I'll put up and they'll start coming to me like, but did that person have a degree? Did they have a master's? And I'll be like, yeah, see, that's why. I'll be like, well, this person didn't. Well, they probably had 20 years experience. I'm like, no, they had 7. You know what? But they had 7 years experience in it. Like, and you start picking apart an example of what's possible for you. You start picking it apart to show why it's not available to you.
Yes.
Right. And we go in the cycle and we stay there instead of saying, no, this is possible for me. And I'm just gonna go after it.
Yes.
Like, I'm just going to go after what I want. Once you have your brand, once you know your values, once you know like what like your worth and your impact, it's not enough to just know it. You have to use it. You have to
Yes.
use your brand and go after what you want.
Yeah.
I
You can
see
change it.
people miss that piece. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you change that tone from why not me to and come up with reasons to why not me.
Yes.
That's same words, totally different perspective and approach because you can do it. Because most people, and I always tell my clients, like, look back at what you've done. All
Yeah.
my clients are accomplished, smart, ambitious. What have you done? You've been able to do that. Why can't you do this?
Yeah.
Humna, humna, humna. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wait a
Let's
minute.
figure out
Where
how
are you
to do
from?
this.
Or where are you from?
I'm from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Okay, all right. I was like, I
Why?
was
Why were you gonna say?
vibing here.
I have a feeling what you're gonna say. Why were you asking?
I was like, because you got that. I'm from Baltimore. I was like, you got that directness too. It was like, look, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
Yes,
You
I've
you
been
you,
told
you can do
like
this.
you were like, "Are you from New York?" I'm like, "Nah." And then someone's like, "You have a very German attitude." I'm like,
But
I
to some extent, like when I get myself to do things, and I love mindset, and I love oh my God, yeah, I could go deep into journaling. Like this morning, I was like, I was like journaling for 30 minutes, right? And at some point, I just got to do it. I just got to do it, right? Like 9 times out of 10, we know the actions we need to take. It's just about getting the confidence, getting the support to like actually do it. To actually do it. That's it. And you would be surprised when you take that first step of applying for that job that's at that higher level, that first step for putting something on your resume or your LinkedIn. A lot of times that first step is that domino that falls and puts everything else into place. But we get stuck in the cycle of thinking, and this is why we can't, and I'm not enough, so I need to get more. And then we just get stuck in that cycle when you realize it's been 5-10 years later and you haven't took any actions or goals you wanted to achieve 5 years ago, right? So at some point you're like, I'm going to do all the mindset work. I'm going to have the branding statement. I'm going to have the pretty words. I'm going to have the statement, but I have to do it. I have to go. Yeah. Oh my God, don't get me started. I love me some affirmations. Love me some affirmations.
And the other thing is, like, you don't have to meet, if they have 10 things, preferences or whatever, you don't have to have all 10 things. Just be in the room. Like, I can't apply to be chief surgeon of anything because I'm not a surgeon at all. I've never been to medical school. I can apply for lots of legal jobs. I can apply for a lot of coaching jobs, nonprofit jobs. So yeah, be realistic in the sense that you can't do something totally different. Again, I can't be head of surgery at Bon Secours. I can do a lot of other stuff. So you don't have to have it perfectly matched.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to do a little rant. Being not qualified versus not meeting all the qualifications. Ladies, they are different. What Lauren is talking about, if you're in HR, do not go for a brain surgeon job. You're not qualified to be a brain surgeon, right? You're not qualified. However, if you're an HR director and you want to be an a VP or a churro, right? And you want to be a chief HR officer, but you meet 9 out of the 11 qualifications, and those 2 you don't meet do not disqualify you. You are qualified. So I see people get those 2 confused, and it's a distinction. And sometimes people are like, is there a percentage of like what's the names I need to meet? No, if it's out of left field or not. Like like usually these are intelligent women. Applying for a brain surgeon position. You ain't with the medical school, you ain't with the nothing. Then you're not qualified. However, something in your field, or even a lateral move, even if you're trying to make a career change, I've seen people go from HR to operations. I've seen people go from an attorney to DE&I. I've seen it all because they were qualified, even if maybe they didn't have 1 or 2 qualifications, right? It's different. And we can look at it, if you don't meet 2 qualifications, I mean, come on, you're still qualified. Even if you don't need 5, if it's 5 little ones, right? Like, hey, have you worked with this software? Have you worked with this? And you haven't, but you've worked with similar software, you are qualified and you want to apply for that role.
Yes.
And this is where your brand will come in, because clearly on your resume, you want to be like, I know this, this, and this. Maybe I don't know this particular software, but I know technology in general that aligns, right? I am someone who hits the ground running. I am a problem solver, right? I improve processes. And what happens is it starts to minimize what you don't have and you maximize what you do have, and you highlight what you do have. That's the power of your personal brand. So yes, my little rant about not being qualified versus not meeting all of the qualifications.
Yes. Unqualified is different from not meeting all of those. And I wouldn't say qualifications. A lot of times it's just preferences.
It's their wish list.
Ideal candidate. The ideal man will say this too, but we make compromises. You go on our second date, on our first date. You see someone's profile, you say, why not? You see the company's profile, you go ahead, you go on that first date. That first
I
date is
love
applying.
that. I love that.
Yeah.
You a job animator. The show.
I mean, yeah, we go for a lot of things in life that we're not fully qualified for because we say, why not? I mean, we buy lottery tickets, so many other things. So, but yes, with the job. So 100% agree. So you gave your rant. I don't consider that unpopular opinion. What's an unpopular opinion that you have about personal branding?
Oh, that okay. I got two. That is
Okay.
probably it. That's because I have literally seen other people, and I'm a firm believer in like coaches. I collaborate, but I've seen other people tell women if you don't meet 90% of the qualifications, I've seen this on LinkedIn, like don't apply. And I've been like, oh
Wow.
no, no, I'm like, don't tell my ladies that. Don't tell my people that. And here's the truth. They've done studies. Men will apply to jobs if they meet what 50 to 60 of the qualifications or
Yes.
something, and women like to meet 90 to 100% of the qualifications before they will even apply. So it's like, lady, you're not even in the game, and that guy could do the job very well too, right?
Or not.
Sometimes, right? What I'm saying, like he could, right? So that goes to say you could do that job, and you could get the job and do the job very well too, even if you don't meet 90% of the qualifications. I've seen it because I was that recruiter looking at things. Sometimes nobody meets 100%. Or
Mhm.
I send the hiring manager resumes of people who are 100 or meet all the qualifications and 90%, and they could still choose somebody that meets 70% of the qualifications because they had other things going for them.
Mhm.
Right. So the whole thing like of you need to meet 90% of the qualifications before you apply. No, I know that's an unpopular opinion.
Is it?
That I do not agree with that.
Yes. Well, I think it's a popular limiting belief
Yeah.
that a lot of people have. That I mean, and I'm sure everyone probably been guilty of it at some point.
Yeah, yeah. I call it like stacking the deck. Like you want to feel like, oh, the more I can stack the deck and check all the boxes, the more likely I am to get the role. But here's the truth: it's not always the person who's the most qualified that gets the role. It's the
Mm-mm.
person who can really explain how they can help the company better. Do you know your brand the best, right? Do you have any referrals in the company? Sometimes it's other things that land you the job besides checking the boxes for all those qualifications. So yeah, yeah,
And
it's
if they like you, sometimes it's just like I had a hiring manager. They're like, in today's market, there's a lot of people fit the qualifications, but if I don't want to work with you, like based on the interview, then no, thank you. So yeah, there's so many other factors involved that, and you have nothing to lose by applying. You don't have to pay to apply usually. I mean, if you have to pay to apply, you need to wonder about that. Don't apply that job. But but just apply. You don't know what'll happen.
yeah.
Again, don't if you didn't go to med school, don't apply for the brain surgeon position. But so this is one of my favorite questions because I love all things books and TV shows and movies. Do you have a favorite movie or TV show about transformation or personal branding? Do you have a favorite makeover montage?
Oh, I have a book. I'm about to be promoting somebody else's book. It's on personal. This is look, you know I like it. I done tagged it. I have
I
literally
know.
tagged this
Wow.
book. I love this one. I really, really like this one. She doesn't even know I exist.
Is it? What is it? It's called B?
It's called Be a No BS Guide to Increasing Your Self-Worth and Net Worth by Simply Being Yourself. But it's really about a ton of personal branding. I love it. We have some things that very much align when it comes to personal branding, and I like that she's not a woman of color, but I just feel like we could learn so
Sick.
much from each other.
You're keeping a secret. Who is it?
Am I keeping? Oh, this is the back. It's called B.
Oh
This
no,
is
what's her name? Jessica.
Jessica Wig. I think the Z is silent, but she's a
Okay.
podcast. I really like, I've probably read this like 3 or 4 times.
Wow.
And she's a great story. And yeah, I got like you know, if I tag a book and you can write in it, I tag a book and I
I'm
don't,
like, I'm gonna look it up now. I'm gonna so if I can put it.
we should like tag her and be like, hey, we were talking about
Oh,
these.
it's probably Spike. That's a German name. You know me, I'm an imaginary German. Oh, that's the work. Oh, there's a workbook too.
Is it
Um,
well, you can write inside of here. This is a book that I really I don't recommend too many branding books, but this is one that I really like.
well, I don't know. I guess everyone can't see it. No, no. But
We'll
it is,
share this out. And I think it came out maybe a couple years ago. It's fairly new. It's not an old book where some people that are like, oh, these books and the books were written like 100 years ago.
yeah, that aren't really relevant.
That aren't
Um,
relevant. And this is a very easy to read one. She's got stories in here, she's got worksheets, she's got examples. So this is like one of my favorite. And you notice she doesn't even say like personal branding on the cover, but that's what it's about.
yes, it's
That's
B by
mhm.
Jessica Zweig, Zweig.
Yes.
We'll put it in the comments.
Yes.
If
So that's one that I really recommend. I really like that.
I I like I like makeover montages. I guess it is about like personal branding, but
Wait a minute, what's
what
a makeover montage? Like a
movies? And they have like, oh, she tries on different, it's usually almost always a woman, tries on different outfits and they have like music and they're like it's like, oh, and they're like, no. They're having like the Princess Diaries. Um,
okay.
yeah, oh, I mean, next time like a makeover montage and they play like fun music in the background. She always goes into like a three-way mirror and the person's like, oh no, oh no. Oh, at the end because they decide I love those.
I
Um
okay, that's so
and,
good. When
and
you said Princess Diaries, I was like, oh yeah, okay.
yeah, the my other more specific one is shoot, now I forgot. Working Girl with Melanie Griffin is from the 80s.
I was
But
gonna say Dolly Parton. Did they have Dolly Parton in it? Or am I thinking of a
no,
different?
that's 9 to 5.
Oh,
Hey, was work involved. But yeah, so she's like a secretary from Long Island. I do really bad accent. And she's someone's assistant. She's Sigourney Weaver's assistant. And something happened to Sigourney. I can't remember, broke a leg or something. I don't know. Harrison Ford's in it. And so basically she takes over. Um, she pretends to be Sigourney until Sigourney like, comes in on crutches and everything. But it's really about her building, like you said, stepping up. I mean, did she lie? Yes, a lot. I'm not recommending you follow that exactly. This is my favorite non pickle montage. But I love the idea is basically she's like, I can do this. I'm going to do it. Even when she was found out, people are like, well, she can do the job. In a lot of places she probably get fired. But there's a movie. It's Working Girl. That's the River Run by that's the big song from it by Carly Simon.
now I'm
But
gonna look up this movie and watch it. So she just pretended to be her boss. Nobody knew.
you said they have Zoom. She was like, I think she like answered her phone and Harrison Ford had met her or something. But yeah, see, no one knew anything, apparently. People are always confused.
And if she did the job well, okay, there you go.
Yeah, she did better actually. And her friend was like, "You're going to get caught. You'll be fired." And she was like, "You know, Melanie Griffin. I don't think that's going to happen." But yeah, she stood up for herself. I enjoy that movie. I haven't seen it in a while.
Oh
But
my God.
I was thinking of the question. I'm like, I probably should have an answer too. So that's my two favorite things. makeover montages and working girl, which makes it sound like she's a prostitute, but she's not. It's she works in Manhattan. She has to take the little boat over. What do
I
you call
love
that?
I like
Not a
it.
trolley, whatever you call it. But yes. So where can people find you? All over the place.
It's fun. It's fun. If I was watching this, I'd be like, they're having so much fun.
Yes. Our
Work.
half-hour conversation before ended up being an hour. So, but yeah. So where can people find you if they want to work with you or follow you or?
Definitely, I play the most on LinkedIn. That's where I'm at all the time. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn, follow me on LinkedIn. If you want to work with me, you can DM me. Also, I have a training that they can watch of how to land a six-figure promotion as a woman of color. You can go to my profile and you'll see the link there to sign up, and you can watch that immediately. I give tons of practical advice that you can use to make sure you have a six-figure summer.
So is it a 6 feet? I in my head I changed it to rich girl summer. Like when's that rich girl summer?
Let's do rich girl summer. Oh my,
Okay.
I'm writing it down. Okay,
Rich girl summer. Because I for some reason I can't
we're
remember
doing
that. I
rich.
don't know.
Okay, you just helped me with my brand. We're doing
There
rich girl summer.
because I can't remember anything.
I
So
gotta
I just
have you. Okay, so then I'm gonna have you on my and on my podcast, and we're doing hashtag rich girl summer.
yes, I'm all about that.
I
Then
love
we
it.
can do rich girl fall. Autumn. Rich girl Wednesday. Rich girl winter.
I like we're all right, we're doing rich girl summer. It's like, what's that looking like? We making six figures, multiple six figures, we're traveling the world.
Fanning ourselves with the Benjamin. Our new church fans made out of $100 bills. Like we're in Puffy's 90s videos.
I, all right, we're doing rich girl summer. That's
Rich
it.
girl summer.
Rich girl summer.
Thank you so much for being a guest. Next week, there aren't going to be any guests. It's just going to be me acting a fool by myself, apparently. But it's going to be about top 10 mistakes people make on their resumes. Um, and one of them is going to be not making a mark of your personal brand. So this segues right into it. But again, thank you, Latrice, for being a guest. And you guys check her out. Have a rich girl summer. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Love